Ta-da! Made it. All right. Hey, it's Josh, Intuitive Guide. Welcome, one and all. I was trying to get my stream all set up, but it was a little bit discombobulated. So I'm grateful you're here. Can you hear me okay? Is everything good? I want to make sure nope. I think I'm good. So if anybody's in there, if you can let me know, that would be cool. Test the chat out. Want to see if that's happening. So, what I'm here for is to offer guidance, intuitive guidance. And that's really what this stream is all about. Each week, I do this every Sunday. I may change it around, but it's basically to give you guidance. So I work as an intuitive guide. I'm a medium. And I go on TikTok every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday too. Let's get out of the shower. Ooh. And I begin to, I share with people what is, how do I say it? I answer questions based on what's going on with you. So if there's something that you want clarity on, you're stuck on something is not making sense. You have questions, you're blocked, you've gone to other readers, tarot card readers, psychics, mediums. There's a lot that goes on when you go to these places, these people. And so my whole thing is whatever I can do to kind of open the space up for you, to kind of bring some clarity in to your reality. And one of the things I did a video a while ago, which is really all about, was about the spiritual and energetic hygiene checklist. Okay. And I added that to the video so you can access it. It's on Google Docs. You can access that doc. And that's really cool. It kind of gives you, it's for not only for clients, but it's also for practitioners as well. So, and it doesn't mean you have to be a psychic, a medium, tarot card reader, tea leaf reader, toe reader, whatever. You can be a chiropractor. You can be a TCM, traditional Chinese. The whole idea, the premise is that what are the methodologies, what are the protocols or practices that you have to protect yourself on an energetic level, okay? Because everything's energy. And, you have clients that come to you. You may wonder sometimes, like if you have a client or if you're the client going to the practitioner, you may walk into an office and you feel off or you feel indifferent or, it depends on your own sort of internal apparatus. If you're a medium, if you're an empath, if you're, for lack of a better term, starseed, indigo, if you're a projector like I am from Human Design, right? So all of these things play an interesting part in the interactions that you have day to day. And many people, they're out and they're about during their day, whether they're at school, they're at their job, you're around all these people. Well, there's many things going on beyond the visible, the invisible or the non-appearing that you may not yet see or sense or feel or hear. Then we get into clairabilities, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairgustinant, claircognizant. There's many different clairs. I'm a medium, and then there's psychics. All mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums, meaning that they have different abilities to tune in with departed ones that have crossed over, communicate with the elemental kingdom, the figmental kingdom, plants, minerals. Yes, I know it sounds totally crazy. Like, how can you talk to a fucking mineral? But you can, right? It's all energy. Water, be like water, my friend, Bruce Lee used to say. So all of these things make a huge difference. They really do. They really allow you to tune in with just another, human. And you'd be surprised, the cognition, the direction, because when you be childlike, that's the real thing. If you look at children, and now there's a big emergence happening with telekinesis all over. If you go on Instagram, TikTok, it's everywhere. Telekinesis, pyrokinesis, aerokinesis, water kinesis. And so manipulating energy, you're using energy, your hands, left is magnetic, your right hand is electrical, sort of like a Merkaba field, right? Top is magnetic, spins clockwise 11 2/3, and the bottom spins counterclockwise 11 2/3, right? So it's a Merkaba. That's how ships, UFOs move in and out of matter density. It's anti-gravitational, but it is Merkaba mechanics. Merkaba. And there's a translation for like energy in motion or something like that. I don't remember the direct translation of that, but that's what it's about. And that deals with multidimensional anatomy. I'm not an expert in that area, but I have a lot of interest, and I've been studying a body of work called Keylontic Science for over 25 years now. It's now moved into a different name. The transmitter or what is it? How would I call her? Her name is Ashiana Dean. She goes by many names over many years. Names are signatures anyway. So, but I'm going beyond what I came here to talk about. So today, and each and every week, it's literally the topical matter is energetic hygiene. And then I answer your question. So if you're watching this on the replay, you have a question, you want clarity on something, please drop it in the comments below. I'm going to upload a document. I'm going to actually try and do a share here, because what I want to point out is I'm going to attempt to share a document, but what it is, it's about BDNF, brain-derived nootropic factor. And that plays a key role, right? Your neurology. This is sort of the hub of your multidimensional apparatus. Okay, so you are a multidimensional metagalactic amplifier. You transmit and receive data, information, communication, frequency, vibration, oscillation, all of that, okay, through the cosmos. And so when you activate that, or certain types of protocols or practices, substances, sustenance, food, liquids that are alive, that have high frequency, that have efficacy, that makes a difference. That helps to enhance your innate and gifted abilities, talents, skills, okay? And everybody has them. Some are dormant, some are kind of, right? And those of you that know, you've had them, right? And so when you have us, I'm not advocating any type of, the term on this planet is die it, but I call it a live it. You got to watch our words. Words cast spells. Language. But that's why there's telepathy. And a book I always talk about that I recommend, if I can find the link, I'll put the link here. It's a great book. It's a fictional book. It's called Mutant Message Down Under by Marlo Morgan. I believe you can find it on the Zon and anywhere else. It's a great book. It's fiction, but there's a lot of truth nuggets being dropped in that book. It's literally about a woman, I think from the Midwest. She goes on a walkabout for 6 months with an Aboriginal collective. Her life is transformed, and I'll leave it at that. But there's a lot of kind of spiritual nuggets that are dropped throughout the book, just very pearls of wisdom, I would say. And so if that's something that's, of interest to you, you'll see it in the link. But again, if you're watching this on the replay, what I'm here to offer is clarity. I mirror, I reflect, and I provide clarity. And so it's what I love to do. And I work with people one-on-one. I, take on about anywhere from 3. My max is 5 clients per week. That's my bandwidth. And especially because I like to ground and maintain my energy and keep my fields, amplified, strengthened, so that I can best be of service to you should we, meet one another and have a session, okay? A lot of people you'll see on different platforms, they just, boom, they bang them out. Hey, cash app me, let's do a 15-minute read. They doing them. I don't operate that way. Nothing wrong with it. That's for them. I don't operate that way. I respect your time, your energy, your presence, and that's the present. That's the gift. So I like to respect that and honor that. And it provides for a lot more awareness and insight. And that's what we're all about. It's, getting you to tune into your own intuition, your own cognition, your own innate ability in your own way, right? And it supersedes it goes beyond logic and intellect. Okay. We want to get out of all the mental masturbation of judgments, criticisms, and, assessments, because those things lower the frequency. They lower your energy. And we do it on rote, we do it automatically, subconsciously, because that's where most people, the majority of the population, have been indoctrinated with. It's a very contracted, limited perspective. So that's why I like to present things in that manner, so that you have a better idea. It helps you out ultimately. But when we come together, when we work together, the beautiful thing is most people don't know. I assume most people don't know this, but when you have a session with someone, you know, I say it in the metaphysical sense, like um, a psychologist, a medium, a psychic, a guide, a counselor. So you're getting counseling of some sort, and you have like this awareness. So I want you to think about this. Your field, you can push your bioenergetic field out, like not just in your local town, city, state, country, but beyond the planet. Okay. You can just amplify it all around you. Okay. And so when your field is amplified and it's sealed, you can tune in with things. That's kind of, in a way, the way that I understand remote viewing. Okay. Because there is no time. Once you come out of density, time does not exist. There's no future, past. It's all right, present, right here, right now. So, like when I work with people, sometimes what I do is I bilocate, meaning I'll be here, present with you talking, and in my inner vision, if I close my eyes, sometimes I get an image or a picture, or I'll see a stream of something pertaining to you on some level. It may not even be in this incarnation, it could be another timeline. And it doesn't always happen with everybody I work with. I don't like flip a switch on and go, let me bilocate here or go that. I don't do that. It's sort of what's apropos. It's sort of like the way our higher selves are orchestrating the delivery of frequency, because the frequency is what's translated into data, information. Okay. And that's what I convey to you. And the point is that when I convey the information, it's not about recapitulating and regurgitating your past and going into, oh, when I was 2 and when I was 7, this happened and that. No, because that's circle jerking. That's just keeping you in that infinity loop. And that's not benefiting you at all, right? So it's getting you off of the pain train and on the no stress express, right? So you can soar and fly, right? Beyond your wildest imagination. Okay. So if there is something that you would like, hey, anybody out there, if you guys have any comments, anybody's there, right on. Drop a comment below. Do you have a question? Any kind of question? Is this of interest to you? If you have a question. But I am going to try while you're here, and I'm going to, drop your questions. What's up? So there you go. I'll be the first one to put a message in there. But let me see if I can do this. That's feedback, channel level settings. No. I don't know if I can do this. I'm not really sure. I thought I could. What is that? Oh, yes, I can screen share. I love it. All right. So here we go. Boom. This is it. Share. Okay. So, all right. Can you see that? I hope you can. So this document, what I'm going to share with you here is, and I'm going to upload this. Let me see if I can get this in a preview state. Like, can I just show this whole document? Oh, no, it's not. There we are. All right. So upgrade your brain and BDF, spiritual energetic hygiene, part 2. Okay. So what's happening here is, I'm going to go through all the things that can help enhance your own abilities. They may be dormant in whatever shape or form, but these are suggested foods. I do have affiliate links. I will make that disclosure now. These are products that I use, that I've endorsed, that I've vetted, that I've been using for a period of time, and they are clean, meaning no heavy metals, no toxins. The people that have created them, produce them, harvest them, grow them, ship them are cool people. Excuse me. So foods, water, light, movement, frequency practices. So, and this is beginner to intermediate. So like I like to say, inner reflection for outer direction. And, The thing is, you want to pause, consider, and question things. Don't take things always at face value. Go deeper, right? That's where you get, it's like when people meet, I often say this during sessions, when people meet, no matter what the situation is, personalities meet first, people meet second. Okay. And sometimes that could take a while. What if your brain could grow brand new cells at any age and all it needed was the right signal? What are you broadcasting, right? So you've got basically, your hypothalamus, hippocampus, the prefrontal cortex, and the pineal gland. Kind of looks like a brain, doesn't it? All right, slide to reveal. Well, we're not going to slide. We're just going to move up here. So let me see if I can. There we go. All right. So what is BDNF? Brain-derived nootropic factor. It's your brain's own growth hormone, and you can turn up the signal, right? Your brain's miracle grow, a protein that grows, repairs, and protects neurons, okay? So many people are fried, if you were a partier like I was back in the day, drinking, drugging, all of that stuff, well, we probably lost a few brain cells, right? Take it. And so you want to do things to enhance and stimulate the BDNF, memory and learning. I juggle, right? I do things, do balancing. There's lots of different balancing apps that are out there. I'm not really a big fan of apps, although I do use some of them intermittently, but being out in nature, being on like a balance board, right? There's many different ways to do things that actually can help people that have had Parkinson's, dementia, short-term memory. They're stagnant. They're not moving. Okay. So it's a protein that grows and repairs. Okay. So we got that. Strengthens synaptic wiring. Those are the synapses that connect the neurons. Okay. Mood and resilience. Low BDNF links to brain fog, fatigue, depression, right? So if you're scrolling all the time, man, that depletes you. That depletes the BDNF. Neuroplasticity, right? Again, every day I do about 200 standing calf jumps. Like I start my day that way. I go outside, not always outside, inside, but I'm just like jumping, getting the lymph system going, moving, getting flow happening because people don't have flow. And again, I'm sharing all of this because all of this helps with your own intuitive, multidimensional abilities. It all dovetails together. It really does. Okay. So the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. Okay. That's neuroplasticity. So as you expand, right, I talk about awareness. That's neuroplasticity because once you have that little spark, I think there's been videos showing I don't know how they do it, but a camera, when someone has an awareness, there's like this, you'll see it like on, I don't know, some sort of thermography camera that they use. And it's, that's your tactile visual representation that this shit actually works. Okay. Pineal and third eye, BDNF supports the gland governing inner perception. So like I say, inner reflection for outer direction, inner perception for outer conception or something like that. All right. So pause, consider question. Did you know water has memory? Masamune Emoto, right? He did the book on the hidden messages in water. He wrote that book. He passed away, but he had the water crystals, right? They hold memory. They hold lots of data, right? So water is alive. It's the closest thing to source, to God, to me, right? In its natural, unadulterated form. And water is just phenomenal. And what's her name? There's another woman. Oh God, she's on the tip of my tongue. Veda Austin. If you've not seen Veda Austin's work, I highly recommend it. If that doesn't light skin crystals up, right? Your star crystals on your skin, when you get, I call it chicken skin or whatever, but when that happens, it's amazing. It really, really is. Because she's come up with some amazing work too, doing something similar to what Masamune Emoto did. So it can store data, carry intention, and when structured correctly, become a living transmission for your body. So you can put messages, thoughts, you can take a glass of water, put your intentions in the water, put it by your bedside, see what happens the next day. I mean, there's lots of different techniques that are out there. Living water. Water is not just water. Structure, memory, coherence, transmission. Now I'm going to get into a few things here. So water has memory. Emoto's research, which I just mentioned, intention and sound alter its crystalline form. Structured water, coherent. The work of Gerald Pollack. Um, who else? Oh gosh, these names are just. Gerald Pollack has done, the fourth phase of water. Um, there's so many people that I'm just brain farting right now. See, I need some BDNF. But yeah, that's one way to also, it's making the water conductive, right? Okay, molecular hydrogen. Boy, have I got a great machine that really creates hydrogen. Hydrogen's everywhere. That's what the sunlight is, right? That's a big hydrogen furnace right there. Very sensitive, volatile molecule, but really helps get rid of toxins in and around the body and in your environment. Vortexing and coherence restores water's natural spin. Analemma, that's something that I recommend. Analemma is a wand that I use. It's a quartz crystal glass wand. And with this wand, it's got what's called mother water. So it's gone through 5 phases. It takes 1 year to make this, okay? And the glass is quartz crystal. So like every once in a while, I'll take the wand outside in the sun to charge it. But I take it, you just spin it in the water for like 30, 90 seconds. And what it does is it literally makes the water coherent. It's no longer chaotic. Any water you typically buy in a bottle or that's coming out of your faucet is chaotic water. It's acidic for the most part, unless you've got a really good filtration system. But even if you do, what the Analemma wand does is it makes, this is the unique thing. I'm just going to talk about this, but this is very, very cool. And this company's tested thousands of other ones. So once it converts the water, right, it's permanent. It doesn't change it back. It's like coherent water. And they've done brain scans where they see the brain, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, begin to sync up. It's fucking phenomenal. Okay. So I use this every day. You can use it in coffee, tea, juice. They have another device called the Inlay. It's brand new. I don't have it. It's about, I don't know, $250, but you just put that, say you have a 5-gallon, and instantly it makes the water coherent. I know, phenomenal stuff. But I do my research with these companies. I don't just promote or talk about something for shits and giggles. I mean, I've been using this product, and there's a link for it here. I'll put this document in the description, so you'll be able to access it. Okay. But these are the links. There's a company, Live Pristine Hydro, Minerals, shower filter. I use this Eskin shower filter. The hydrogen machine I don't have yet. The AquaTrue I don't have yet. I want to get that. But anyway, we'll get to that. Again, bringing this all back so you can see, I'm not actually on, I'm going to just jump here really quick to see, okay, so if we have questions, oh, your screen is not, oh man. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Now you can see it, right? I'm sorry. Damn. Oh, man. See, that sucks. All right. I thought I had this thing working. Man, bummer. I don't know if you're still there. Poem. I didn't see that at all. That sucks. Why doesn't this move up? That's my question. Okay. Yeah. I don't understand why this slide share. It's like I'm trying to share this thing, but it's not moving. Okay, let me go back here. Let's see if this works. Channel. Boom. Nope. Okay. So, all right. There's that. Okay, so it's interesting. This is not okay. So, what if the sunrise isn't just beautiful? It's nature's original wireless signal broadcasting directly to your nervous system. Sharing this, yes. Okay, so sharing. Okay, is this? Man, why? Okay, why? I see that, but I don't see that this is moving. Okay, there we go. Well, but I can't tell if I'm. Gosh. All right, I'm having some technical challenges here. Why is it that I don't edit? No. Customization? No. All right. No. Okay. I don't know why this is not working here. Crappy totally. Top fans, timestamps, reactions, participants. No. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out here. I just don't understand. Pop out. No. What is this? No. Okay, it's not what I want. It's not what I'm looking for. This is really odd because it's not letting me roll this. All right. So here we go. Slide to reveal. Early AM light, your native sign, right? That's what this is. So, next slide. If you're still there, I don't know if you are. Poem. Early AM light, your native sign. Early sun exposure makes a difference. Barefoot grounding and cold exposure. All of these things, the contraction expansion helps, really does. It makes a huge difference. Okay. And, evening light protocols. So red, amber, or, all of that makes a huge difference in making sure that you are adjusting your circadian clocks and, keeping things rolling. So fix the tab slowing your browser to improve your performance. Let Chrome make it inactive. Fix the tab. So I don't know. What is going on here? All right. I can't tell if this is working right. So, okay. All right. Pause, consider question. Before you eat, right? Before you eat, do you talk to your food? How many talk to your food? What if gratitude before a meal literally changes how your body's metabolizes it, right? Oh, come on. This isn't woo. This is true. It really is. So, takes you no time to do that. So eat alive, eat with intention. Okay? Seriously. Eat alive, eat with intention. That's really where, you can get the most benefit out of it. Really. When you eat with intention, you're present. You're not off in a distant place in space. And so the energy is co-creative. You're blessing, having appreciation for the food, for the meal. And these are the foods that help with brain-derived nootropic factors. So wild-caught fish. I tend to do cod, wild-caught cod from Greenland. Wild blueberries, lion's mane mushroom. I get that from triquetra. Marine phytoplankton from Plankton Holland. Oh my God, great stuff. I mean, if you haven't tried it, really recommend it. That really makes a tremendous difference. The adaptogenic maca, ashwagandha, all of those things really also provide, some amazing benefits as well. Okay. Let's keep going here. So again, I have discount codes, E3 Live, which is an algae from that. Oh, come on. Oh, behave. Oh, God. Oh, man, I may have to redo this video. This is frustrating. Yeah. All right. Did I pass it up? Yeah. There we go. Eat with attention. Okay. So, boom. So, so when you eat with intention and you have focus and clarity and you're getting these types of foods, that's where the difference shows up with with what you eat and how. Okay, what is this? I access to this. So, all right. Yeah. What's that? Can I create highlight video? I don't know what that is. Share. So that's what that's about. I'm gonna probably have to do this over again. Sorry about this, guys. Eat with intention. Ancient forest figured out neuro regeneration long before modern medicine. Have you introduced yourself to the fun guy? Fun guy. He's a fun guy that grows back your nerves, right? That's what makes a huge difference. So, excuse me 1 second. And fungi are really important when you are, because of the mycelium, they also help support the body too. Very few. I don't do cordyceps. I do lion's mane, and that's pretty much it when it comes to mushrooms. Okay. So these are my recommended picks, right, for nootropics. So you can do, lion's mane, shilajit, not really a mushroom, that is fulvic and humic acid from, Nepal, high Himalayan shilajit. There's a company that I get it from. I'm not affiliated. It's called Himali Booty, and that's HIMLIBUTI. I'll put a link in there. No affiliation. These guys are like the Shilajit Sherpas. They go up, they live there, they do this 24/7. It's not a third party. It's not a secondhand. It's not someone from the U.S. who created it. It's like straight to the source. And I've worked. There's another company I work with that I like called Omika. They've got great products too. And the consistency, and the thing about Himalabooty is that their third-party testing is a very unique independent lab that nobody else has. Like nobody. And I've seen the other companies that are out there that they have their claim to fame, but this is flagship right here. So that's just, I'll put the link. Bacopa Monnieri, really great nootropic. Oh my God, super, super bitter. But as I say, bitter is better, sour is power. And in some rare cases, mold is gold. Yes. How can that be? Well, there's different types of molds that actually stimulate and help detoxify the body. But that's one for another day. Ashwagandha has to know the KSM. I don't know why I put that in there. I used AI to help assemble this, but the KSM is nothing. It's all marketing. So, but there's ways to use ashwagandha and to prep it like they do in India. So there you go there. All right, where are we at now? So let's ask the question. Pause, consider, question. What if stillness isn't doing nothing? Okay? It's actually doing everything. What if silence is the loudest signal your brain has ever received? We already have too much noise. White noise, this noise, that noise, everything around us, trucks, people on the street. But again, total peace, total nothingness, right? Doing nothing is doing something. You're never not doing nothing. It's presence of the presence. And that's when you get the presence, right? Think about that. So the inner work, as I say, inner reflection for outer direction. Daily meditation, 10, 20 minutes, 5 minutes. If you've never done it before, sit, zip it, just tune. Don't let your mind go. Here's a little trick. If you close your eyes, you're breathing, you don't have to get in lotus and have the incense and all that stuff. That's not what it's about. That's theater, okay? If you just close your mind and you hear a song or your mind starts jabbering, just say in your head to yourself, I wonder what my next thought will be. because what that does is that lets your subconscious know, oh, you're watching, you're observing, so it can't sneak that shit in there. The other thing, I learned this from somebody else, is that if you can, close your eyes and pretend you see the back of your head. Just move your consciousness, your presence, your awareness to the back of your head, like by the medulla oblongata, which is like right where the crook of the neck connects to the brain. Okay, that's my tip there on that. The binaural beats, the 432, the 528. I'm not totally there yet with that. I think that there's some truth to that, but I'm not 100% convinced yet, because a lot of people put these up on YouTube, but unless you have the right equipment and you're like an engineer and you really understand how to embed that frequency into your audio file, I'm not really so sure. So I'm on the fence with that. I'll just say that. If you know how to do that, and that's great, I recommend at least not 440, because that's what the main radio broadcast waves are. Okay. All right. So, and what else? The other thing was, prayer, journaling, reflection. That's also prayer and spiritual connection. So important. Okay. And, your phone is always broadcasting, unless you have it completely off and put in a Faraday cage. John Faraday, that's where they got the Faraday cage from. But basically, it blocks any RFID, any Wi-Fi, any cloud. Nothing can connect, receive, or transmit. So I invite you to get those. In my home, everything, I'm on Ethernet. I am using wired. I never would use those wireless, those things. They're worse than a phone. And there's a lot of patented data as to what it does to your brain. So I use wired and shielded whenever possible. And there are companies that have all that stuff. So, but your nervous system is always receiving. The question isn't, is it affecting you? It's whether you're shielding the signal. So again, I talk about being grounded. What do you do to protect your fields and shields? That's what this is about. Okay. I hope this is helpful to you guys, because these, for practitioners, for the layman, for the everyday person, these are protocols that everyone should be doing, irregardless of whether or not they're going to see someone for counsel. This is going to enhance, this is going to prevent you from leaking your own energy, whether you believe that or not. I mean, if you're here, you probably know that, or you're attuned to that, but that's the key thing here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this, I'll see how the video is, but I'm going to do a pre-recorded video of the same thing, and I'm going to upload it here. So it'll be a little bit better presentation. Thank you, Poem, for letting me know. I'm still working out the kinks on here. If you're still around, let's go back to the other slide. So where are we at? We got a few more here to go. All right. EMF and field hygiene. Know what you're immersed in. Okay. That is key. You have to know what you're immersed in. At all times, be aware, take care, then share, as Wim Hof would say. EMF disrupts melatonin. It shuts it down. If you're up late at night, melatonin is your hormone that gets your sleep-wake cycle going. So if you can't sleep, if you're irritable, if you wake up every 2 to 3 hours, if you can't even go to sleep, well, guess what? Your fields and shields are weak, right? They bristle. Like, I can see it in the field. They're not solid. Your auric field gets shattered, okay? And that's where things can come in and they can affect you. And again, this isn't, anything an allopathic practitioner is going to know. Most even functional integrative don't even know this stuff. I foresee at some point there's going to be energy practitioners, people that really understand this. I mean, we're seeing energy medicine come out, but and I work with, mentors and energetic people. And I'm like the medium's mentor. So I will guide, help, support. I don't know everything, but I know what can protect you in my experience. So if that's something that's interesting to you, maybe you want to check it out, right? All right. So daily EMF shielding, earthing connects, counteracts EMF, because literally you're dispersing stuff. That's what's important. Every night your brain detoxes, lymphatic system. okay? The lymphatic system dumps. And if you can't sleep, your brain can't detox. And guess what? There's lots of glucose, right? So you run on ketones and glucose. Which one is it? Glucose is burning fuel, lots of smoke. Ketones are pure fuel, no smoke, no afterburn, okay? But that depends on the type of foods, sustenance you take in, okay? And less is more. In America, one is too many, 100's never enough. Blah, 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 blah. Let me stuff myself. Let me stuff, right? Because I'm an emotional mess. I'm too happy. I'm too sad. I can't sleep. I'm wide awake. Okay? And then what do we do to counter those feelings and those emotions and uncomfortable? We stuff our pie hole. Not really great, my friend. So every night your brain detoxes, rewires, and literally rebuilds itself. Are you giving it the right conditions or interrupting the transmission? So we want to stay in the flow. Okay, and these are things that can help you. Right? All right. Sleep is not rest, it's repair. And that is the truth. Sleep is literally your repair time. So, like in my home, I'm in Florida, the AC goes down to 70 degrees. I have like a weighted blanket. I have blackout curtains in the room. No pitch black. If there's a speck of light, your pineal gland knows it. And guess what? It does not secrete melatonin or serotonin. So that's how finely tuned, for the most part, you are, if you didn't know that. You may feel like you're broken right now. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You just need to become aware and take care. And that's where you'll repair. Okay? So that's what this is about, right? Sleep is really cool. Cool room. Zero technology. No phones, no tablets, no TV, no radio, no wireless headphones, none of the wearable shit, none of that garbage. That will disrupt your sleep cycle. Sleeping is the dream stream. Your bedroom is a sacred place. If it isn't now, now's your wake-up call. It's your clarion call to start changing things. Get into that feng shui of changing things around, okay? Magnesium glycinate, that's one. You want to get quality magnesium glycinate. You want to rub magnesium oil on the bottom of your feet. Bottom of your feet are the widest place, and they're the most permeable. So the magnesium goes straight into the bloodstream, can help bring you into the parasympathetic mode. All right, almost done here. Okay, let's see where we're at. Sleep is not rest. Okay, 0 screens, magnesium glycinate, 3 and 8, gratitude prayer. Do something before bed, your day. Even if you had a shitty day, have gratitude for it, because on some level, that shitty day hopefully helped you to get perspective on something, right? We're always cool when everything's going fine and dandy, right? But when things aren't going my way, I try to find the way to have appreciation. Like I didn't get the gig or something I lost or whatever. I had a bad encounter with a customer or something like that. You know, I can reflect. Did I give my power away? What was my vulnerability that day? What did it open it up to me? Where was my vulnerability? Right? Because the more that I can reflect, inner reflection for outer direction, the stronger my fields and shields become. It's just, that's the way it is. At least that's the way I understand it. So, all right. So gratitude, appreciation, key thing here. The other thing, what if one 30-minute walk barefoot in the early AM, I call it not morning because we're not at a funeral. So early awakening, early rising, grand rising. I don't use that word. So in the early AM triggered a cascade of brain growth that no supplement could ever promote. Hey, if you're here, Poem or anybody else, can you see the slides as I move them? Because I'm trying to figure this out. It's kind of new. I'm probably going to do another one. But if you can see the slides, like if I jump, if you're there, you're not there. Okay. So, yeah, but that's what this is. So barefoot in the early AM triggered, then brain growth, and yeah, brain growth that no supplement stack can fully replace. And that's the truth. That's what this is about. It really is. So, um, that's what it does. Going out barefoot, if you've been in a pissy mood and you can go outside, if you can pull away from your computer, I have to do this, right? And I go outside about maybe 10 minutes into my walk, 15 minutes, sometimes takes a little longer. I can already feel I'm paced down. I'm not as intense because everything coming off of these screens, the keyboards, the phones, even my light bulbs in my office, these are Chromolux bulbs. They're full spectrum light. I don't have halogen bulbs. I don't have LEDs, well, the crappy lights. Anyway, all right. So going back to this, let me switch here. So fully replicate. Exercise is beating F's most. So zone 2, cardio, beginner, sprint intervals. That's great. Resistance training, yoga, qigong, all of that. That's really great. Kettlebells. Doing exercise outside is probably the best thing. I do not recommend going to a gym. No way. I don't. You've got too much non-native EMF, Bluetooth, cloud technology, TVs, music, so much distraction, all those electromagnetic. I don't care if the hippest, I don't care if Arnold Schwarzenegger's there doing it. I don't give two shits. Nature. Get outside, go hug a tree, go try and climb a tree. When you're in nature and you're working against the forces of nature, the environment of nature, that kind of resistance primes your body. It actually attunes you to the environment. When you're in an artificial construct of four walls and a ceiling and God knows what's being blasted through there, that's not benefiting you. Again, I don't look at people based on if they're cut and they're ripped and stuff like that. If you go to the Amazon and you look at these aboriginals, these guys aren't beefcakes like that, but yet they got incredible fucking vision, night vision. They've got flexibility. They can jump, they can hop, they can move, right? They've got energy. Why? Because they're outside. They're connected to nature. They've got communication. They've got their intuitive proclivities and intuitive abilities that are online. Okay. They're in touch with their environment. When you go into and you're doing static bench presses and lateral thing, it's NPC world, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm being judgmental, but that's what it is. And the women, I mean, I'm sorry, ladies, the Lululemon shit, the spandex, that stuff going right up in the lady parts, man, you're doing so much damage there potentially. It's like, come on. Literally. Okay. And all of this stuff, everything we're talking about is all about the cabeza, man. Your brain. You want to improve your cognition, your intuition, your feelings, your emotions, your ability to sleep and cognate and move and gyrate and do all these things. You've got to, less is more. You got to remove yourself from these environments, these practices, these protocols, and make a transition and switch. All right, enough. I'll get off my soapbox now. Right. So moving on, cloud technology versus your field. This is muy importante. So cloud technology. Everywhere you go now, and you're seeing this, all this wireless technology, the cloud technology, the cloud this, the cloud that, store your data, blah, blah, blah. Get an external terabyte drive. Don't put it in the cloud. These devices, these things are being used nefariously. You can be spied upon. I mean, we've got all this stuff with identity theft and, everything with AI. I like using AI to a certain degree for social media. But when it comes to creativity, when it comes to getting things done, I tend to use my own innate abilities. It's like getting in one of these new electric cars, right? They've got the sensors. If a person's coming too close, you have cameras. So you go, that diminishes your spatial sense, right? Like before, back in the day, you're looking in the river, you're backing the car up. But you can tell if you're gonna get a hair away from bumping a car. Now everything's like these cars have all this Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, non-native EMF. I think Dr. Jack Cruz, KRUSE, did a thing where he went into a Tesla showroom when they first came out and he brought his tri-field meter and he was testing all these cars, man. They were lighting up. These things are emitting so many. If you're a woman and you're pregnant and you're driving a Tesla or any electric car, good luck. You are frying the amniotic fluid in your belly. Yeah. No bueno. You're destroying the DNA of your yet to be born child. You're ruining your own DNA. And yeah, convenience kills. Convenience equals chaos. Plain and simple. Enough said on that. Cloud, your field is your data. That's the key thing I want to point out. You don't want to be giving that shit away, right? There's a lot already out there in the field. So you want to contain and maintain your fields, your field integrity, your signature, your unique, one of a kind, eternal signature, right? All right. Next. All right, we're almost done here. 20, 21, 22. Your brain is listening. What are you telling it today? Right? Just when you thought you were limited, that's just the illusion of confusion. Don't fall for the delusion. Critical thinking is the ultimate unthinking, unlinking. Yes. Feeling and emotion. Feeling and emotion. Feel it. When you feel it, you can reveal it and you can heal it. Remember that. Okay? That's where the game changes. That's where you pivot. That's where you leave the herd and you become the outlier, right? This is your clarion call. Make no mistake. If you're watching this video, make the shift, make the change. If you need help, if you need guidance, I'm here to coach you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to reflect to you, mirror to you everything that you have. I'm not here to fix you because you're not broken. I'm not here to heal you. I'm here to mirror back to you. I work with all different types of people all over the world. If you go in the comments, you'll see my link. I have what I call trustimonials. Trustimonials are people, not testimonials. These are people that I've worked with, that they've garnered results and they've shared their feelings about working with me. But, experience is everything. Don't believe what they say. If you want to book a session, if you want to talk, let me know. Reach out and let me know. There you go. Book a one-on-one. You can hit the links there, read client experiences, and we're golden. So thanks for being here. I'll see you next time on the Flippity Flop. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, let me know. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this video after it's done because I had some technical difficulties, but what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go back in. I'm going to record this whole thing with this document, and I will upload the document for you to access, and you can ask any questions and all that kind of good stuff. So sorry for the technical glitches. If you're still here, Poem, thank you for letting me know. I will work all these things out. So the next one will be mucho better, right? All right. That's it for now. Ciao for now. Stay healthy, my friend.